Hey guys, what's up? It's Johnny here, and welcome to another episode of the SIC Show. And as always, I'm super pumped to be here, and I'm here with my main man B. How are you, my brother?
Scared going to the surf.
Man, this week on the show, Brent's going to share a little story about what happened in the surf the other day.
Guys, and I've got some great tips if you're starting off your photography business. Stick around and watch.
Yeah, man, epic advice. Let's get into it.
Enjoy.
The SIC Show. Share, inspire, create.com. Share.
All right, buddy, share a little story with us.
All right, guys. So recently I've just taken a little break and I've gone up the coast to see family and everything. And I always take my surfboard with me because I'm a keen surfer and I like to kiteboard and everything. So I love the ocean. But there's been a little bit of activity when it comes to sharks lately.
Oh, man, but how about what happened to Mick?
Mick Fanning in South Africa. Yeah, at J-Bay.
And you know what else? It happened again not long after. I'm not sure of the location, but 2 times in within days, I think, which is scary.
So we're all very aware of the sharks in the water. And here in Australia, there's some big great whites. Great whites. Some big ones. And so I went and I surfed at this really great spot, but I'm starting to see shadows below me when I'm paddling, and it's just like my mind's starting to play tricks on me.
When you're paranoid, that's the worst.
Yeah, but anyway, I go to this really great break up the coast. It's called Lennox Head. It's one of the top point breaks here in Australia. And I get there, and it's normally packed. There's normally at least 50 surfers on the break.
Yeah.
And I get there, and I look out, and I see 2 people. I'm like, wow,
I'm out
awesome.
there, yo.
2 people only. I'm out there, grab my board and everything. I pull into the parking lot, and all these surfers are there, and they're packing all their boards away. And I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, oh, we got chased out the water by a 4-meter great white. Now, 4 meters, how many feet is that?
Well, that's twice the size of Johnny, man. So that's a big great white, man.
Yeah. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16,
3, 6, 9 is about
20, 18 feet? I don't know.
I don't know, man. We don't know feet.
Yeah. It's big.
The size of Johnny, man.
It's big. It's a big great white. And it got spotted by a helicopter, and then the surf life-saving guys came out in a rubber duck.
I reckon a 4-meter great white would have a fin about that big. So, almost out of shot.
Yeah.
It's a big, and the thing would be that round.
Yeah.
It's a monster. It would take Johnny. It'd take half of Johnny in one bite.
Yeah.
And twice the length of Johnny.
So I'll put the picture in here that I took with my phone.
Yeah, good.
Just to show you how beautiful a day it was. It's winter here, but it's just a lovely day, and the water's quite warm. 2 people out there, 1 girl and 1 guy. And I go down to the rocks to have a look at it, and there's a surfer there. He says, oh, I'm waiting for this girl to come in. She said 1 more wave, and he's a bit agitated, waiting for her to come in. And then I see her catch a wave, catches a wave, jumps off, paddles back out.
Oh.
Another 10 minutes later, she catches another wave, paddles back out. And I said, dude, she's not coming in. He's like, oh, maybe I should have forced her to come in.
Oh, crazy,
but guys,
man.
Dangerous when there's a known great white out there, spotted by a helicopter. Surf Lifesaving come out with a rubber duck, motorized rubber duck to tell everyone to get out the water, and 2 people still stay in.
I know, crazy, man. Hey,
Yeah.
I've got a thing how this can relate to photography, particularly landscape photography. We always want to get that little bit further, that little bit closer. And man, I'll tell you what, putting your life at risk for your photography is just not worth it, man. I mean, I've had a couple of epic tripod fails, down to, I've been able to save my tripod, luckily, but taking my camera off and my tripod's gone into a little creek, and I've had to chase it down river. There's a couple of times that's happened to me, man, out and about. And it's never worth it, man, if it's too slippery or it's too dangerous. And particularly if you're out there by yourself, man, just don't push it. It's not worth it, man. It's not worth getting hurt for your craft.
Yeah,
it definitely isn't, man.
Yeah.
So, cool story, bro.
Good.
Awesome.
Inspire.
All right, guys. So I'm going to inspire you with a story. Recently, when I was up the coast, I met one of the people from the Share, Inspire, Create Lounge, the photography community that Johnny and I set up. And what's inspired me so much about John and Jonathan, his son, is that they've taken massive action. So they're starting up a portrait photography business.
Yep.
They've got another business right now, but they wanted to get into what they love to do, their passion, portrait photography. And they're following my course, my portrait photography for profit course.
We'll put the link in, and we'll give them a little discount.
And what I'm so inspired because I went up there. I know he said he's been doing things, but I got in there, and there's so much that they've done. They've got brochures done. They've put together their pricing list. They've set up their studio, and they're setting up their ordering and viewing presentation room.
Oh, wow.
They're getting prints done to go on the walls. I mean, they've really taken action, and just in a few short months, really.
Yep.
Going from nothing to almost having their business starting to make money already. And that really inspires me. So, guys, if you do want to make money out of photography, take action. Don't wait. Don't wait for everything to be right and everything, the moon to be aligned with the earth and all that stuff. Just start doing it. It doesn't have to be perfect when you do it, but if you take action, things start getting attracted into your life. So basically, they attracted me to come and help them because they were taking action. I wouldn't have gone there if he wasn't taking action and had done a lot of things.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's inspiring on two levels. One, if you are starting your business, man, wow, just take that first step, whatever that first thing is. If it's getting your images online, if it's getting your design made up or your website done, just take that first step, man. Because I tell you what, and you just take little chunks. And man, we do this all the time, and I've talked about it before. I have a full-time job still, but I've got the SIC show, and we've got some podcasts we're about to start, and we've got the Share, Inspire, Create community, which I just absolutely love. But all I do is I just chunk it out and just do little things and just chip away at it. And man, that little chipping away will make something big. And action. This is my new catchphrase. Action equals success.
Yes, it does.
Action equals success. Because you can't not fail. If you're taking action, that's the first step to success.
Well, even if you think it's a failure, it's just an event.
That's it.
That's all that's happened. You've actually taken action and you assume it hasn't produced the result that you wanted, but it's an event. And that event is going to lead to the result that you want eventually.
Definitely, man. Definitely. And the second point, which is really inspiring, Brent, is that, all that experience and knowledge that you've imparted into your portrait photography.
PPP course.
Yeah, PPP. Triple P. I think that's a triple P. It's more gangster. We might change the name for that, actually. Let's do it. Triple P, yo.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway, it's the fact that someone has brought that course and is implementing all that stuff that you've done and all that knowledge that you've imparted, man, that is inspiring for me because that is my whole goal about doing all this stuff online for you guys is to help other photographers master their craft. And I keep saying it, man. And I've got hairs on the back of my neck standing up now because, man, yesterday we just finished our July assignment critique. July. Yeah.
I
forgot what month it was.
Last month.
Yeah. July assignment critique, rule of thirds for the Share, Inspire, Create Lounge. And we put the video up and, man, all the comments, the positive feedback. Yeah. And that's what drives me to keep pushing myself to help more and more people, man. And I think that's a classic example. Being able to go there and face-to-face with John and help him out and see that he's taken action from something that you've experienced and produced. Man, there is nothing more inspiring from that. And I think you would get that exact same feeling by, if you were a portrait photographer, shooting portraits for a client, having them come and pay you, and seeing their faces when they see their final prints and delivering. I bet you got similar feelings when you did that the first time, man.
And one thing, tip for you guys that I can give you, and when I was talking to John, it's not about the equipment, it's not about the lighting, it's not about the photography, it's about the feeling that the people have when you're photographing them.
Yep.
How are you making them feel? Are they enjoying the photo shoot? Because if they're enjoying the photo shoot, they're going to buy the prints.
They're going to be connected to those images. Yeah. That's it, man. It's about that connection too.
So it's not the best lighting. And a lot of people get that wrong when they're starting their photography business. I got this wrong right in the beginning. I thought it was about the best lighting, and then I show my clients the images, and it's perfect lighting, side lit. I've got it's just beautiful. And they're like, oh, I don't look good. No, I won't have that one. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah.
So it's about the feeling that the client has when they're on the shoot. And then also when they're looking at the images, how do they feel when they want to purchase the images? Have you got the right environment around you to make it easy for them to purchase the images and make it fun? Yeah, that they actually enjoy it.
Yep. No, that's awesome, man. That's a great tip. And, I think that's the total key to portrait photography and being successful, man, is just making people connect to those images when you show them. And, man, it's just so powerful. It's just such a powerful, man, we're so lucky as photographers. It's just such a powerful medium. And, man, like those images, dude, they're going to have them on their wall for years, and it's going to change people's lives, man, because they get to see when those kids were that small, or they get to see their grandparents who may not be there anymore. And, man, the power of creating an image and giving it to someone to hang on their wall, man. It's
the best thing.
It's priceless, bro.
And I'm already missing it. I don't know if you guys noticed. I don't know if we even said it, but I've just sold my portrait photography business. And I've got the Jeff's taken it over, and it's great. And I've been teaching him how to do it. So that also, leads into me giving more time and focusing on actually teaching you guys to succeed. So I'm giving back. But if you think about it, so 11 years ago, because I just transferred the domain names. 11 years ago, I started that business.
That's crazy, man.
And we just sold it. So look, you can produce something that's worthwhile. You can put all your energy into something that actually is worth quite a lot, because people pay money for these things. If you set it up right and you actually service a lot of people, and you create a worthwhile product and a worthwhile service for your clients. And
yeah, man, it's an amazing story, man, and so inspirational, buddy.
Yeah,
thanks, dude.
Awesome.
Create.
All right, buddy, tell me what's been going on in your life, because I know you've got a great tip here.
Yeah, so guys, if you like us and you're creative type people and you're creating things, sometimes you can get a lot of distractions in your life. A lot of things are happening around you to stop you from creating, or it's not the right environment for you to create. So what I do is I use something called a positive constraint. And that means that you constrain yourself in a positive way. So what I do is I actually go away. I leave my home and my studio, and I go away to a little cabin on the coast somewhere. And that's where I create, because I get away from all my distractions. I can actually turn my phone off. I can turn everything off, the internet, whatever. And I go out there and I just sit down for a couple of days and I create. And right now we're creating, Johny and I are creating these free photography courses for you guys. I've got a portrait one, landscape one, a make money from photography, and a post-processing course, mini courses. And to actually create this course and get them done, I've actually got to get away from my normal environment, get away from the family, the kids, the friends, all the distractions that you get at home or at work to finish this off. And I know Johnny's done this too.
Yeah, man. I just put myself, because I can't really get away because I can't drive at the moment, but I've been putting myself on lockdown in a room and just saying, the next hour or whatever I've got, the next 2 hours, I'm going to put my headphones on, I'm going to let everyone know, and I'm just going to concentrate on this one thing and turn everything else off till it's done. And I think, man, and this leads back to what we're talking about before about taking action. This is a great way for you to take that first step. Just set aside that hour or whatever it is, and don't set your goals like over the moon. I'm going to have my website up in 2 days and this and that and that. Just take one little part and set aside, it might be a half an hour task. Set yourself aside an hour by the time you get prepared, and just get that one thing done. And you know what? Achieving that one thing with positive constraint, where you've set that goal, that will push you to do the next thing. There's no doubt about it. It will push you, absolutely encourage you to get that next step done, and you set the next goal. Don't go setting 20 goals over the next 5 weeks. Just find that one thing that you can do today, and put a date on it, put a time on it, and get it done by that time.
A deadline. So also the one thing, that's a really great concept, Johny. So doing one thing a day or one thing a week in your business, if you're looking at the photography business, one thing a week is a good goal to go for. Don't try and do too much. So you may get overwhelmed when you look at all the things that you have to do to get your photography business going. And then you don't do anything. But if you do one thing a week, in a year's time, you've done 52 things.
That's it. And
you just start building on it, and eventually you get there. You have to.
Yeah, that's it. You can't not succeed. Action equals success, man. So positive constraint, and positive constraint may be a holiday you're going on. I don't know if someone's got that example. It could be a trip that you've got planned in a few weeks' time, and you want to get these things done. It could be anything, man. It could be you just set your goal based on something that's going to force you to complete that one thing, and man, dude, doors are going to open, you're going to get a roll on, and nothing is going to stop you, mate. Nothing can stop you. You just can't stop.
So that's it, guys. So let's wrap this up, this show, right? So we've talked about the sharks.
Oh, yeah, man, sharks, and not putting your life in danger for your photography.
Yeah, don't do that. I've talked about John and going up and seeing him and taking massive action.
Yep.
And I'm super impressed. And when you take massive action, people around you get attracted to you that actually want you to succeed.
Yep.
And then also the one thing and positive constraints. If you find that you're in a place where you're battling to create, or you're not getting done what you need to get done, get out of your environment. go somewhere else, and then create.
Yeah, and not only that, it's actually a great way to learn photography too, you know. If you've got one thing you've been struggling with, set aside that hour or hour and a half to go and either research it or go into the field or whatever your genre of photography is, and just go and practice that one thing. Yeah. You know, it relates not only to the business, but, you know, learning photography, man. I mean, I know when I just could not put my camera down, man. I would dedicate an hour around sunset every day after work when I had time and just go out and spend that time and capture and play with my camera until I nailed it, man, you know? Yeah. And that's the other thing that's great about learning photography, man. You just take that next step. You don't worry about the whole big picture and all the camera settings and this genre and that genre. Just pick the one thing you want to master, whether it be something in post-production or something in camera skills in the field or whatever, and just pick that one thing and just keep trying it and set aside that time every week just to do that one thing until you nail it and then move on to the next one. Because, I mean, I tell you what, Brad, learning photography, man, I'm still learning today. You just never stop learning. There's always something new or there's always something that you didn't know and it's actually fun to learn. I love learning. If I stop learning, it's like I'm bored. Yeah, I want to learn new stuff. That's it. So, yeah, take that same concept and apply it to learning photography, man. Yeah. Another epic show, bro. Thanks for sharing all that, man. It's so inspirational, guys. And if you love us talking about the business of photography and you want to hear more, we'd love to hear your feedback about that. I mean, we want to give you guys some more tips. Brent's got more time now with his studio sold, and man, we're passionate.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know,
feels like it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. More time to spend helping you guys.
More focus,
online.
I think.
Yeah, more focus.
I think it's more focus than time nowadays for us creative people. You know, you've only got so much focus in the day. Yeah, you got a lot of time. We got the same time as everyone else, but it's more focus.
I've got more time, man. I can stop time. I just go. Okay. There we go. Back.
Awesome. So, yeah, guys, and also, you know, I'm starting a podcast. Maybe it's out by the time this SIC show goes out. Yep. You know, it's the business of photography. I'm going to be interviewing a bunch of successful photography business owners and find out, you know, their secrets, how they do it.
It's exciting, man. Yeah. I can't wait to hear that. It's going to be awesome, bro. All right, guys, it's been another epic show. And if you got any feedback for me, hit me up on Twitter. Just toot me. Yeah. Johny, IJOHNY. I love to get it there. Unfortunately, my email inbox gets smashed, so Twitter seems to be the best way for me these days. And, of course, leave us some feedback below the show. Head over to iTunes. Give us a 5-star if you love what we're doing. And don't forget to share this show, to share the photography love. Yeah. And we'll see you next week.
Awesome, guys. If you want to talk to me, just jump into the Share, Inspire, Create Lounge. I'm in there every day chatting to everyone.
Good, man.
See you next week.
Take care.
Bye.
To find out more, go to shareinspirecreate.com.
Coming up. Hold hands, bro. Yeah. I haven't been using the dinger much, man.
No, you haven't.
We need to ding more often, bro. There it is.
There we go.
Welcome to another episode of the SIC Show. That's terrible. Start again. That's a wrap.